First memories, definitely O Week.
It was sort of a baptism of fire. O Week was certainly something to behold.
We're going, oh. What are we doing? So, the microphones are going and we're out in the pyjamas, down on the football field with, nice looking men across the road. So that was probably the beginning.
I don't know that I remember much of O Week, which is, I suspect, what happens over the years. You don't remember much of O Week?
I remember the first night of O Week, moving in, and we have this tradition where the student executive walk into the dining hall followed by the RA team. So completely nervous and scared. And the moment that I walked in those doors, the student executive and RA team were there with opening arms, and the first thing they said to me was, "Oh my God, we've been waiting for you all day."
Back then we had 2 girls were nominated and voted for to run O Week. So I came back early in second year and ran O Week with another girl, which means I got to know all of the new freshers. We would choreograph a dance. So we had a whole dance and teach them all with a chants, teach them about Mary Woozer. It was a whole process of integrating the new girls.
And they really do a lot of that team building, a lot of those exercises that really, I guess, force you out of your comfort zone a little bit.
We did this big dance piece with Beyonce and all of those really iconic pop stars, and we had, I think, around 130 girls on stage, and it was just an incredible performance, and it was just the best time getting it together.
The memory from my first year that stands out the most, especially those first couple of weeks, was O Week, and we were all dressed as grandmas, and we went and we stood, and they lined us up right along Circular Drive as we welcomed Douche. And I just remember standing towards the end of it and looking back at all these girls who were dressed so funny and different costumes or whatever, and thinking, what on earth is this place?
That whole, first week of inductions being a fresher, and it was a pretty galvanising experience.
Yeah. Walking into the dining room for the first time. Oh.
I have very fond memories of formal dinner. I used to find that a really sort of engaging opportunity, and we were very lucky. The principal at the time, Mrs. Helen McBride, had a real sense of wanting to bring people into college, so we had fantastic guest speakers, and the opportunity to have a glass of sherry with them before dinner was really remarkable.
We had the best reputation for the best food on campus, so it was every month or so we would have a big seafood day, and I remember a lot of the other residents from other colleges would want to come.
Arriving here was extraordinary because we all dressed very formally for big occasions, and even to go to lectures, we used to wear tailored linen skirts, no long, we didn't have long shorts, Bermuda shorts, I only just knew.
And the social, we had, obviously the socials and the college balls and the coffee nights to keep us going while we're studying really hard.
The late night study sessions, the SWAT vacs where we just stayed up all night trying to cram information into our brains.
You are sort of sitting around and drinking coffee and talking till well into the early hours of the morning instead of writing your essays. But we were doing all of that and sort of talking about life, the universe and everything, the way you do when you're that age.
In 1979, instituted for the first time an oar for the winners, the first rowing 4. And I'm pleased to learn that that's continued. It's in the dining hall, and so any year that Women's College win, the oar is in the dining hall.
The very first time you put on your academic gown and you're all dressed up and you've got your high heel shoes on, and you're kind of filing up that hallway, wherever you come from, you're going up the same entrance into it, and it's, you kind of feel like the weight of the past generations, right? And the future ones, because that's all these black coats filing in, and I don't know, it feels like an English university like Oxford or something like that, where you're going, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this.